Namasarvebhyah. The etymological excellence of Sanskrit language. In recent centuries, it has become a popular notion that Sanskrit is a religious language, the grammatical structure of which is very difficult to understand, and its learning process is confined to a particular sect, and it is totally considered as a dead language. But the fact is entirely different. The contribution of Sanskrit in protecting the Indianness is highly remarkable. The contribution of Sanskrit in the field of philosophy, psychology, literature, and almost all the disciplines is irrefutable. Though a classical language, it is something more. It is a perennial river of knowledge, catering to a variety of situations in an ideal society. A mere list of literary varieties that forms in Sanskrit literature is sufficient to receive the appreciation of people who have true academic spirit. Coming to the language aspect, one notices that it presents a multi-dimensional linguistic patterns, a perfectly and fully developed grammatical system, etc. The science of etymology is one of the rarest aspects of this language. Etymology, also known as Nirukta, is considered as one of the 6 parts of the Vedas. The 6 parts are Siksha, Vyakaranam, Chandas, Nirukta, Jyotisha, and Kalpa. Nirukta is like the ear of the Veda Purusha. Etymology is the origin and the sense development of words. It is a rare gift of Sanskrit language. However, according to some Western scholars and Indian scholars of Western mind who criticized it as a travesty of science, waste of human intellect, and so on. Sanskrit has more than 2000 verbal roots, possibly a rare distinction among all the languages, and each verb gives rise to hundreds of verbal derivations. Unlike the other Indo-European languages, Sanskrit has its own significance in respect of etymology. According to the view of Holger Peterson, the Romans did not know how to derive the stem of the words from a comparison of various inflectional forms. And the Greeks, in this aspect, were no wiser. But the Indian grammarians were never capable of floundering in this confusion. They derived the stem correctly from inflectional forms and the roots from several groups of the related words. They ascertained the laws of derivations and compositions and so on. Now, I would like to give some words from Sanskrit language with etymological meaning, which throw light on some socio scientific, cultural, and economic aspects of the then existing society. Yaska the foremost lexicographer of the world, who lived in 8th century BC, gave etymological derivations for all the Vedic words, while Shiraswami, who commented Amarakosha, a lexicography of classical words too. Let us analyze some words. The word Jagat, which denotes the world, is derived as Gachyati iti Jagat. Here, the world is called Jagat as it keeps on moving. The derivation reveals the movability or locomotion and transitoriness of the world. According to the modern scientists, the whole universe is revolving or rotating by itself. Our ancient seers of Vedic age might have been aware of this cosmic truth while coining the word Jagat. Gachyati iti Jagat. Similarly, the word Graha, which means planet, can also be derived as grahayathi iti Graha. The planet is called Graha as it binds the other planet. This idea is implicit in the phenomena of gravitation. In the same manner, the sun is called Savita, which is derived from the root Shung Prani Prasave. Suyate iti Savita. The sun is called Savita because he gives life to flora and fauna. The word Amavasya, new moon day, is derived as Ama Sahavasati Chandrarkau iti Amavasya, which means the sun and the moon are close together. That is, they are in a line. Similarly, the coining of the names of months, Chaitra, Vaisakha, etc., reveal the knowledge of our ancestors about the astronomical matters. Even today, Aryabhatta's law is considered to be the basis for calculating the timings of solar and lunar eclipses. All the above aspects throw light on the astronomical knowledge of our ancestors. The word Pita, that is father, is derived from the root Pa Rakshane, to protect. Pati Kulam iti Pita. He is the father who protects the whole family. Similarly, the word Duhita, which means daughter, is derived from the root Duh, to milk. In Vedic times, it was the practice of girls in a family to milk cows. Hence, they are called Duhitas. The word Nananda, which means sister-in-law, is also derived as Na Nandayati Bhratrujayam, which means that who will not let her brother's wife peaceful. Yaska, while interpreting the word Acharya, the teacher, has given three meanings. Acharam grahayathi iti Acharya, he who cultivates mannerism. Acharati iti Acharya, one who practices good manners. And Achinoti Ardhan iti Acharya, one who keeps on collecting material pertaining to knowledge. All these three are expected to be cultivated by an ideal teacher. The word antevasi, which means a student, is also derived as ante vasati is antevasi, one who sits under a guru. This word shows that the Gurukula system of education was prevalent in those days. The word grama is derived as grasyante bhogibihi iti gramaha, which implies exploitation of the have-nots by haves. The word agrahara, which means a colony of learned Brahmins, is also coined on the signs of town planning. The etymology of the word is harehe ayam haraha, harasya ayam haraha, harasya harau, agre harau yasya saha agraharaha, which means श्रोत्रियाणां निवासग्रामः यत्र उभयोः पार्श्वयोः हरिहरयोः आलये स्याताम्. A colony of learned Brahmins with the temples of Shiva and Vishnu on either side. The word Hridaya is also coined on a scientific basis. The derivation of the word is given in Satapatha Brahmana of Yajurveda as Kru means harane, that receives, da means daane, which gives, ya means prapane, that circulates, which totally means Harati, dadati, yapayathi, Hridayam. The function of the heart is to draw blood from the other parts of the body, give blood to lungs, and make blood supplied to all the parts of the body. This derivation also reveals that our ancients were aware of the blood circulatory system. It is not out of place to mention here that in the West, the circulatory function of is discovered by William Harvey in 16th century AD, a British scientist. But he did not describe how blood reaches the heart and flows from the heart. In the year 1669, a scientist named Marcello Malphigi clearly described how blood flows into heart and comes out of it. A few words only are studied, are mentioned here. Other can be obtained by a close perusal of etymological dictionaries. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that Sanskrit should be kept alive. Otherwise, there is a possibility of the regional languages languishing. Let me conclude this article, my talk, with a quotation from Mahatma Gandhi. Sanskrit is like the river Ganga for our languages. If it dries up, the regional languages also would lose their vitality and power. Jayatu Sanskritam, Jayatu Bharatam. Namaskar.